Hello, my name is yuwuna, and I am participating in Trick Ruby's Charity Draft League with my team, the Sleepy Serpents. I have not done long-form content in a very long time. Please do not judge me if this video isn't good. Those of you that remember when I still did long-form content, how do you remember that? It's been years, and one of the things I used to do was draft league content, and I decided since I'm participating in a draft league after like 10 years or so, I might as well try to make some videos again, because it sounds like a fun time. Now, you might have some questions, very valid. Let's get to them. What's a draft league? I don't know exactly how to explain that very well. It's a bunch of players coming together to pick a bunch of Pokemon, and then they duke it out with their Pokemon once a week. Your goal here is to draft the best team you can do, as every Pokemon is exclusive to one person. Meaning, if I were to draft Superior, I would be the only Pokemon allowed to play Superior for the entire duration of the league. The people that do the best after competing against everybody in their draft division get to play in the playoffs and duke it out one last time. What format are we playing? We're playing VGC. No singles. I'm sorry, singles heads. I like you guys, but I have not played that in years. What is my roster? What teams am I playing? Well, there are other people's rosters. We'll get into my roster in just a little bit, as well as my opponent's roster, and we'll go through each and every other roster as we play against them the coming weeks. And I hopefully make a video for every battle. Hopefully I will do that. Hopefully I'll keep myself to it. Yeah, once again, I have not done long-form content in a long time. I don't know how to exactly this goes anymore. I don't know how to edit anymore. But we just ball, right? Anyways, so let's get right into it. Shall we get to my roster? Now, let's get into the nerdy stuff. Yes, like my roster. From this point onward, I think the video is gonna be edited a lot less, as I feel like I'm not quite sure how to edit it very well. If I keep talking nonsense and if I go on a million tangents, I will probably cut some of them out. We'll find out. I sort of have to hurry up a little bit, and therefore we're not gonna get into the very details of the roster. But I will be sharing with you guys what our roster here is, as well as a few little details, about the Pokemon. We will be getting into the nitty-gritty of our roster as we play the coming weeks. As you guys see the teams right before the games, we'll be going a little bit deeper into our opponent's roster, hopefully. I'm not sure. But on our roster we have the Mega Gengar, very well known for its shadow tag, capable of doing a lot of really scary things. Next up, we have Ninetales Alola, giving us a little bit of weather control here with the snow warning ability. Next up, we have a Kingambit, who I drafted purely to just snipe him from other people, since already we have big weaknesses to this Kingambit, and just having it off the playing field, not having anyone else have it, makes things a lot easier for us. Next up, we have Milotic, one of my favorites, and also, one of our mascots for the Sleepy Serpent. Unfortunately, also the only one of our mascots I got to draft. I didn't have enough points for the Superior anymore, so she unfortunately didn't come. But next we have Tinkaton, right here, gets Fake Out, has a great typing. Unfortunately, not the highest attack stat, but can still do a lot of great work. Next up, we have Altaria, very underrated Pokemon. I feel like in draft, especially, it's incredibly strong. Cloud9 ability basically gives us full weather control now that we have a weather setter, as well as that ability. I feel like a very underrated Pokemon, has a lot of things it can do. Next up, we have the Reedier, another, I think, very underrated Pokemon. It's quite threatening, especially with the Altaria and the Velotic next to it will, showcase what it can do the coming weeks. But yeah, it also gives us a little bit of speed control with the Trick Room as well, as the Altaria also doing that, the Tailwind. But yeah, I mean, really, I feel like a Pokemon that can surprise people, catch them very, very off guard. Next up, the Cerulege. I didn't think I'd be getting the Cerulege, but I did get it. I had other options, but Cerulege rounding out the team quite well. Flash Fire as a great ability. The classic Zard Slop kind of gets shut down entirely by Cerulege, I feel like. But any other Sun teams also kind of do. As they cannot get through Cerulege with any fire type moves, so they have to at least go with something else. And I saw there is 2 teams piloting a Sun mode in the draft, so we'll probably see Cerulege at least there. And Cerulege was one of my latest picks. I'm very surprised I got it. Next up, we have my little one-pointers, my little shipmons. We love them. But we have Avalugg. Avalugg giving us some fun tools. I feel like tools that shouldn't be underestimated. It gets the White Guard, for example. It gets the Body Press with a big old defense stat, meaning it deals a lot of damage. Of course, I mean, it has that really, really wonky special defense stat, but we can probably pilot it somehow. And as our last pick, we have Simisage. I think Simisage is quite awesome, and Simisage is actually coming to today's game, so I hope we will get to see it do some work. I feel like a little bit of a wild card. Relying on it feels kind of difficult, but it's not to be underestimated, and I hope it'll do some work. I'm sure it can. I believe in it. I believe in the Simisage. I hope you guys do too. Next up, let's go into our opponent's roster. So, our opponent is playing an incredibly scary Rain team. It's got all the tools a Rain team wants. I don't know how this went through. We've got the Sableye, we've got this Mega Swampert, the Pelipper, the Archaludon. We've got the Mega Raichu Y, which also is an incredibly scary Pokemon on a Rain team. We've got some very interesting options as well with the Taurus, although I doubt it'll come unless, there's some strat with that I don't see. The Intimidate just seems really scary to bring into my team. And I don't know what Taurus would do other than that. It gets Anger Point and Sheer Force. Okay. I guess Sheer Force is not that bad. It can be a good physical sweeper. We'll see how that goes. They have some very, very fun tools. The Pikachu also on their team is a Pokemon not to underestimate. They've got 3 Pokemon here with Fake Out as well, so we gotta be careful about Fake Out pressure. This Mega Raichu also, it has just an incredibly fast Fake Out, so I don't know if we'll get through that if it's on the field. I probably have to respect that it's there, but we'll see what we do about it. Another fun thing they can do is press Discharge on Mega Raichu Y and buff up that Pikachu with the Lightning Rod ability. It could be a really scary one, could be really unexpected and just, take you out that way. I do prefer that kind of strat with Mega Raichu X, but I'm sure it works with Mega Raichu Y, although Mega Raichu Y is quite frail. So we'll see how that goes. Sableye in the Draft League is so scary. It has so much stuff it can do. It's kind of a wild card. It can do anything, really. It can use Fake Out. It can set screens. It can change the weather. It can just do so much stuff. And how do you deal with that in a Draft League? I don't know. My best option, I think, is to just one-shot it, but the question is with what? We'll get into what I'm planning to one-shot it with, hopefully, but we got the Mega Swampert, the Archaludon, of course, as well as the Pelipper, setting that rain for the Archaludon and the Mega Swampert, who are incredibly scary. Also got Mega Malamar, which is a very interesting option. I wonder if we get to see that. That is it's a very interesting one. Runegrigus, same story here. Honestly, Runegrigus might be coming, especially because we have that Perish Trap mode. The Sableye, the Runegrigus can just switch out of the Shadow tag. So I do see a world where the Runegrigus comes. The Flapple, also very interesting option. I think it can do a lot of unexpected damage, so we gotta be a little careful about that. Fortress, I don't know what you do. I don't know what you do. You probably just explode, if I had to guess. It's very defensive. It's very strong defensively. It might be another like Avala kind of situation where you have to respect it, but the special defense is not that crazy. Anyway, let's get into the team we're actually bringing today. Yes, that sounds like a great time. Let's get into that. I am so late. I'm sorry to my opponent. Alright, here we are now. We're in game, ready to show you guys the team as we are about to, get into the... I forgot to give them items. Hold on. Alright, now that our Pokemon also have items, we can actually get into the team that we're playing this week. So, I don't have a lot of time anymore, so, let's try to rush through this a little bit. We have, first up, for this week's team, got Peachy, the Ninetales, on our team, here as a sweeper, mostly. We are playing the, Choice Scarf on it. It's holding a Choice Scarf, yeah, which allows it to outspeed most of the Pokemon I have it set to speed creep the Raichu outside of Tailwind, with it being the fastest Pokemon on their team. It hits their team incredibly hard. Freeze Dry hits so many of their Pokemon for quad effectivity. Blizzard, of course, just a great move. Incredibly high base power, and it does its thing. Gets the freeze up sometimes. Oopsies, little spoiler. We'll get into that one in a second. Icy Wind here as well, just as a speed control option if we see it as a good option. Moonblast right here. If the Sableye is carrying a Roselia Berry, we're probably not getting a one-hit KO on it, but it's there to hopefully deal with that Pokemon, as it's a really scary one for us to face. I mean, it's a Sableye. It's always scary to face. Also hits a lot of other Pokemon super effectively. If there's a Flapple, we hit that. Although to be fair, we can also just Blizzard that one or Freeze Dry it. If there's a Malamar though, we hit that with it. We hit the Archaludon for neutral with this. Yeah, Ninetales. Great option. Also denies the rain with its Snow Warning, which is incredibly valuable too for us. Next up, we have Simisage, our Serpent Sage here, coming in the first week of the league. Very fun. I'm very happy I get to play it, or at least I'm very happy I see it being good. Playing a fairly straightforward set here. Got it to speed creep the Archaludon. Playing it with a Fake Out, Focus Blast, Leaf Storm, Protect. It's a very high risk, high reward kind of set, I feel like. Because, I mean, it does a lot of damage into a lot of Pokemon. It's mostly there to make sure the Swampert goes away ASAP, and especially considering it has, we have those weather control options. I don't think we'll get to see the Swampert's Swift Swim trigger. Hopefully it won't, at least. And that way we'll likely get to outspeed that Pokemon too, using our Simisage, and we'll just get that Leaf Storm off if we hit it and take a one-shot there. Fake Out, of course. I mean, Fake Out pressure is always really great, especially with us having that Perish mode, which I am bringing this week, fun fact. And of course, the elephant in the room is the Focus Blast. I mean, Focus Blast, not the most reliable move, 70 accurate. It's not really a move you want to press, but it is high risk, high reward. If this Archaludon isn't playing a lot of bulk, it might just pick up a 1-hit KO. I'm not sure. Let me actually calc that real quick. Yeah, if it's not very bulky, we never get a 1-hit KO on it. We never get a one-hit KO on it, but regardless, the important thing here is we do a lot of damage into it. If it's 0 bulk, it's well, 0 HP, it does about 82 to 98, so it gets very close to that one KO. It is mostly here for the Chaladon. If I find myself in a situation where Chaladon is in front of the Simisage, our Serpent Sage, we are going to be pressing the Focus Blast and just gambling. If this Archaludon isn't very tanky on the special side, if it's, you know, not trained in it at all, we have a good chance of picking up a 1-hit KO. If it is trained in it and has a lot of HP investment as well, it gets a little more difficult, but it's still, regardless, even if it's 32 HP, 32 defense, special defense, it still does at least over 50, and our Chaladon is such an insanely bulky mon. It's very scary. It is very scary, and this right here just chunks it down really hard, and it can only really retaliate with a Draco, which also just, you know, puts the Archaludon in a really bad position. Gets it to that -2, and even then, if it's not very deep invested in that special attack stat, it doesn't even get a KO. It doesn't even guarantee the KO. And if it isn't very specially offensive, it just dies to the Focus Blast, theoretically, potentially, hopefully. I have high hopes for our little Serpent Sage here. I hope he can step up. Next up, though, we have Bloop, our ultimate weather control option with that Cloud 9. Bloop right here basically guarantees we don't let that rain affect us. Bloop right here also bringing in a Tailwind option for some speed control, in case, you know, the Pelipper on the enemy team also has a Tailwind and attempts to make sure they outspeed us. We can at least match the tempo and deny that speed control option for them, especially since we are speed creeped. On a lot of these Pokemon, this Altaria, for example, is speed creeped to outspeed the Pelipper. Also has a Parasong, which, together with Gengar, who we have with us, can be very strong. Can also be a really good option to just close out a game. But I'm feeling like Altaria is going to be an option that we just want to pivot in and out with the Ninetales, hopefully. Therefore, I'm also bringing Draco as just, you know, a great attempt to press. Draco does tend to just blow up some Pokemon, even with a lot of special attack investment. And yeah, I'm hoping to do exactly that, blow up some Pokemon with it today. Or, you know, at least deal a lot of chip. I don't think it'll blow up anything, really. But, it does what it does. Then we have Reedier right here. Reedier is a very gimmicky Pokemon. I don't know if Reedier will come. I mean, we can only bring 4 in each game. Of course, I don't know if Reedier will end up doing the best of work for us. But we've got a really funny set here, a really fun set. We've got the skill swap here, and we are aiming to hopefully skill swap with Raichu, and to then steal that no guard. Of course, I mean, we get hit by every move then, but cool thing is we also hit this Hypnosis 100% of the time, or, you know, we can also get that onto our Simisage then, which, too much setup, I don't think I'll try to do that, but we guarantee that Focus Blast suddenly hits. Yeah, it can do a lot of work. I don't know if we'll end up bringing it in. It's also a really tanky Pokemon, and can deal very consistent damage with Psychic. I was considering playing Psyshield Dash on here just to have like a more physical option on the team. Ended up going against it because I felt like physical attackers into their team might not be the best. We'll figure it out. Maybe I made a mistake. Yeah, Intimidate was also a great option if they end up going with more physical mons than special mons. I was debating playing Frisk on it, you know, because we get to find out what moves they have on their mons. So also always a great option. Also playing the Mental Herb on this, so we get guaranteed skill swaps off, or, you know, Hail Mary Hypnosis if we get into a desperate situation where we just want to press that. Other items that I didn't mention, we've got the Ouchie Berry on Ethereum to hopefully survive an Ice Punch. We should survive an Ice Punch with this if it ends up, coming out. Also got a Focus Sash on Serpent stage here to guaranteed survive whatever gets thrown its way, since this is just not a very bulky Pokemon. And then, next up, we've got Big Mac, the former Alpha, our Mega Gengar. We always have to play it with the Stone because we drafted Mega Gengar. We're playing a fairly straightforward set here. I'm opting to play 32 special attack because we want to try and blow up some Pokemon with Gengar here too. The Shadow with the Shadow Ball primarily. I didn't see what would make Sludge Bomb a great call here. Sludge Bomb does have higher base power. I did talk to some friends about it. I was very much debating it, playing it. For example, because I mean they have stuff like Sableye, which to be fair, that takes it neutral. They have stuff like Taurus, but I'm not exactly scared of the Taurus. So why not? Why not? We do hit everything pretty well with that Shadow Ball. And a Sludge Bomb, on the other hand, not really. There's, the Archaludon, the big guy, that we especially don't hit with a Sludge Bomb. So, just opting into playing Shadow Ball. The rest of the set, fairly straightforward. Playing Parasong, because it's Gengar. And we could really benefit from a Parasong mode. I don't think I'll rely on it as, like, my main option, because there's pivot moves all over this team, I feel like. As well as ghost types, multiple. But yeah, we can also play a really fun one here. We have Disable on it, and I've already teased it. We have got Ipeton here, the lively with Encore. Encore Disable, just so menacing. It's so scary. It's very scary to face. Also a fake out bot for us, and we should have at least some physical options on the team. So I'm opting to just play the Gigaton Hammer, and hopefully it'll be enough. Ipeton right here, having the metal coat. Also speed creeping our Archaludon. Gengar here in the Mega. I think also speed creeps our Archaludon. Let me check. I've just, yeah, it's speed creeping our Archaludon. I've just gone for that 51 stat mostly to make sure like we're always faster than at least the Archaludon. It will be a bit more difficult with the Raichu, but I'm sure we'll figure it out, especially with the Tailwind mode active. That's it for the team. I've let my opponent wait for way too long now, and we should get everything going now. So I'll be back in a second once we're in the game. Alright, we are now getting into the room. So, time for some live battles. I'm sure, people really like those. I hope my... Oh, I'm realizing, I hope my capture card audio hasn't been, like, incredibly loud and I hope my audio is fine. Well, anyway, Ultra Ball, both of us, have now been playing this season. Yeah, let's do this. This is not the team. I'm not playing Charizard. We are playing this one right here. They've told me they find my team incredibly scary. He's told me. I just checked the pronouns in Discord. He told me he finds my team incredibly scary. I find his scary. So, we'll see how this goes. Very intrigued. Alright, what do we see here? We see some interesting options, honestly. No Raichu right off the bat. That's very interesting. We got the Sableye. They're really going into the remote here with Swampert, Pelipper, and Archaludon, as well as Malamar and Runegrigus. So they are very much prepared for the Parachute Trap mode. Because Runegrigus does just go for a cheeky little switch out. Same with Sableye. What do we start with? I'm thinking we lead our Altaria here. Just straight up deny the weather. Gotta worry about a Draco Meteor. Oh, I think what else might be good is... I think Fluttershy, unfortunately, does not really perform here anymore. Tinkaton, it's just, you know, great option. For, you know, actually I'll go with you, Serpent Sage, and I'll bring Big Mac in the back, as well as Ninetales. Serpent Sage I think looks a little better here, especially, you know, with the Leaf Storm hitting Runagrigus as well as, I mean, Pelipper, it gets scary with Pelipper. Okay, we've got Runagrigus Malamar. Malamar, very scary. Honestly, what I'm considering here right now is Malamar get Trick Room? Trick Room is kind of scary for us right now. Actually, don't know. I think Runagrigus gets Trick Room. I think I'll just Parasong. We'll likely... I'll fake out into the Malamar. Like, just Protect. Okay. We'll likely just force some switch outs here. Right off the bat. Parasong. Forcing, yeah, these monsters to switch. And I'm assuming, yeah, there is a Trick Room. Okay. Interesting. That is, of course, quite scary. Especially since now we are quite a lot slower. But we've, you know, make sure they will have to use some of these Trick Room turns to get some switch outs going. I think we could have maybe gone for a double up into the Runagrigus. I really did not expect to see it. I think I'll switch into Peachy. Peachy, fortunately, quite slow. Quite slow now. As well as just hit a Leaf Storm into the Runagrigus slot because of that Trick Room. But again, definitely already playing on the back foot because I didn't expect the Runagrigus Trick Room mode. There's a Will-O-Wisp, perfect. They don't know we are, well, they didn't know we were especially offensive. They will find out now, though. Superpower. Nice. Pichu just takes that. They do raise their stats. There goes the Leaf Storm. How much damage do we do? Nice. Okay, clean one-hit KO. Oh, damn, it was a crit. I don't know if that would have killed. Alright. Let's see. I'm very curious. Runagrigus. Runagrigus. Semi-Sage. If it's Zero Bulk... Zero Bulk is the only way. I'm very scared of this Malamar, so I'll go with a Moonblast here. I don't think Malamar can hit Ninetales very well, as well as I will go into Bloop here, now to just deny that weather control. Communicating. Alright. Yeah, here we go. Bloop switch out. Switch in. Bloop denies all the weather. Knockoff goes out here. Yachi Berry gone. And there's a Hurricane. Interesting. Good on them for hitting that. Ooh, that confusion does suck. We get a Moonblast out into Malamar. Close to a 1-KO. Alright, and now I'm expecting, I mean, of course, to see... Right, we are choice. To see that Malamar switch. How many turns of Trick Rooms are available? There is not a lot left. There's 2 left, and I don't think they can get that back up. I think Peachy can be a really good option. I'll switch back into Simisage here. As well as... I'll go for the Draco into this slot over here. You know, either maybe get an early KO, I guess, into the Malamar. Or... Okay. Interesting. Serpent Sage faints. Gets to find out we are sashed. That's fine. Hurricane is avoided. Yeah, it doesn't 100% hit because of that Cloud9. Draco Meteor comes in. Now, he is down to his last 2 Pokemon, which is great for us. I will switch in Peachy. Wait, will I switch in Peachy? No, I will not switch in Peachy. I will switch in Big Mac here. Because, we got Sleepy on the field. Kind of perfect. The question is... I think I will just go... We can Mega right away. I'll go Protect. I think we have nothing against just going for Perish Song here. The thing is with Ninetales is... Well, of course, Ninetales is incredibly quick. So it will, I think, guarantee a knockout into one of these 2 Pokemon. But... it doesn't have Protect. There we have the Mega on the Swampert. Mega on my Gengar. Mega on the Big Mac. Look at him. Look at Big Mac. So beautiful. Alright, Big Mac. Give us a big ol' Protect. There you go. Tailwind comes out. Uh-huh. Means we get to just Perish Song. Now, that's scary, though. That is scary. Swampert. Swampert, 32 speed. Does outspeed our Ninetales. I can go for the pivot here. Three turns. Protect. Okay. Wave Crash goes out into Ninetales. That's... okay. Ooh, I don't like how this is going right now. First counter fell to 2. Alright, Big Mac. Big Mac just gets to Protect here, technically. And then we only have 1 turn left to deal with. But another thing I could go for is... He should expect the Protect. I'll go for a Disable. Or will I go for Disable? Let's go for a Shadow Ball. as well as a double protect here. Doesn't go through, that's fine. EQ. Okay, interesting. That could KO. Oh, it does. Okay. Unlucky. Okay, maybe I should have gone for the protect. Hurricane misses. Nice. Okay, now I'm incredibly glad that our protect failed. Because we would have had to go for the triple protect. Okay, that's GG. Hurricane misses. Oh, damn. Ooh. Very scary endgame. It did not have to go like this. It did not have to go like this. I don't know why. I feel like I made a lot of misplays to let it get to this point. Yeah. This is not Wolfie Click. This is not Wolfie Click. This is not Michelle. You guys are not gonna. You guys cannot be expecting the bestest gameplay of all time here. I go. Sleepy goes down. They're in the tailwind, meaning that the Pelipper goes down too, and I know my Altaria will also go down, but both of its Pokemon went down first, meaning we take game 1. Ooh, that endgame I did not play ideally. We did not play it ideally. We do know now that Runegregas just go down to double up, I think. So we should make use of that. Deny a Trick Room, because Trick Room just now was quite scary. Do I expect the switch up? We did not see the Sableye. We did not see the Archaludon, which is very interesting. I think I'll simply go. I will change our lead here. I will go for Big Mac and Serpent Sage. I really like Serpent Sage. What he did. Yeah, we'll go for these two. Just try to KO that Runegregas right off the bat if it comes in, or do whatever else. I think Ninetales looks really great. If we get it positioned well, I feel like we did not get it positioned as well as we could have last game, and Bloop also looks great. Maybe Fluttershy could actually do some work. Denying that contrary, but I feel like the Malamar really didn't end up doing a lot. It has that Mega option, so I wonder if it could do more with that. Yeah, I think Tinkaton's also definitely saying I'm sorry, Ipiton. I'm sorry, Ipiton. You're awesome, but I don't think you're it for this game. I do not think you're it. If we can just try to get 2 quick KOs like we did last time, I think the Parasong is a really great option for us. Very interesting that he didn't expect my Gengar to protect earlier. I feel like I would have expected that there to be a protect, and I would probably not have targeted into it. We see Sleepy and Shiny. The Sableye. Now this is really scary. What is Sableye gonna do? I think I will simply go for a fake out into Sleepy here. So I don't know. Does Shadow Ball get a KO here? No, I do not think it does. But I wanna chunk down the Sableye at the very least. That's what we'll do. Could be a fake out coming out from the Sableye too, which is it's such a wild card Pokemon. It could really do anything, and it's quite scary. Don't know what it has. We've seen the Wave Crash and the Earthquake come out of this Mega Swampert so far. So we know about those moves. Okay, what do we see here? Fake out coming out of my Serpent Sage. There's a fake out coming out from the Sableye 2, meaning we, at the very least now, lose access to our Focus Sash. But cool thing. A cool thing here is we have the Leaf Storm. They could get the weather control, get the Swift Swim up. But here is the cool thing. We can switch an Altaria now. An Altaria will, deny the rain to come into effect, really. And therefore, we should guaranteed outspeed. Okay, well, that's an option, of course. We'll guaranteed outspeed. Oh, okay. Light screen. Light screen. Is light screen enough? To... Okay, whoa. It's a roll. If I'm seeing this right. The light screen turns it into a roll. How is our damage into Sableye? I should have probably count these things. Okay, we don't pick up KO with Draco into Sableye. Serpent Sage is faster, so we'll just try to go for the Leaf Storm here. Okay, what is it? Oh, it's the Pelipper. Okay. There's the Drizzle. Reflect. Okay, we don't have any physical options, so this is kind of a nothing turn. We know 3 of its moves now, which is great. Alright, special attack is lowered. There's a Draco. Special attack lowered once more. I think this turn okay, it's a Citrus Berry as well. We did not get to see that last time. I think now we try to match its Freak. The Pelipper's Freak, that is. What does it do? It could Hurricane. But we take Hurricane on Peachy. And by matching its Freak, what I mean is we Tailwind. Because that's a speed control option for them. They didn't see, for him, he didn't see my Tailwind earlier. So we can showcase it now, basically. Serpent Sage come back, reset your stats. It might be very nice later on. Snow Warning comes up. We see the switch on the Sableye. Okay, Slapert comes back in. Did not get to see that 4th move. It's probably a Will-O-Wisp, if I had to guess. Alright, there is our Tailwind. It's probably gonna get matched by another Tailwind. No, there's a Hurricane instead of coming out. Alright. Great stuff. Cool thing. We've got Freeze Dry. And I can guarantee, I think Freeze Dry definitely gets a KO. Let me double check this. Freeze Dry with Light Screen. Wait, it's a roll. Okay. -2 special attack. Draco does not. Yeah, okay. It's a roll. It's very interesting. We'll just go with the Freeze Dry here. As well as the switch into Serpent Sage. Reset our Altaria stat. We have weather control anyways. Okay, the bird switches. We see Sableye come back in. Freeze Dry. Do you kill? No, yeah. I think... Okay, we see a flip turn. Ooh, interesting. I mean, do they know about Cloud9? Does he know about Cloud9? Because, what it seems like to me is he's trying to just regain weather control, but I can bring in my Altaria again, and my Altaria... Ooh, we got the bridge! Okay, so we're opting for a full rain mode this time around. Uh-huh. Well, oh well, am I worried about Electroshock? Not exactly, but I think I might still get Altaria in. We are locked into a Freeze Dry right now. I'll get Altaria in here. And I'll go for a risky Focus Blast. A very risky Focus Blast, but if this Focus Blast goes through, ooh, it's gonna hurt. He's not seen the Focus Blast yet. Alright, he will continue not to see the Focus Blast. Fake out into Altaria, that's fine. Alright, I think I'll protect here. I'll still go for the Focus Blast, because whatever comes in, it's going to take damage. If I mean, the Pelipper can come in and it resists it, but I think it still takes some really nice chip. If it stays in, well, you know, we are not guaranteed to kill, but we'll get some incredibly good chip on it. And, you know, Sableye can't come in. It's on the field. So it'll at least guaranteed connect if it doesn't miss. So maybe, I guess it won't guaranteed connect, but... Okay, no switch. Protect. Willow. Okay, so it was Willow. Focus Blast. It hits. How much? Okay! Oh, it was a crit! What? Okay, I'll have to ask for the investment. Can I know the investment after game? Thank you. Okay, they are gonna give me those. Oh my god, that Focus Blast crit! Oh my god! Wow, wow, awesome. That's great. Let's match this Pelipper's Freak again, potentially. Tailwind. And I think I'll just Leaf Storm into the Sableye. Because at this point, we are on an insane foot forward. Ooh, we hit and we crit. Wow. Oh my god. Simisage, you beautiful monkey. My beautiful sage. Wow. Holy shit. Yeah, well, they go for a switch. Okay, whoa, that's even better. Well, if the Hurricane doesn't connect, we're just faster, right? That's true. And we just pick up a kill. And I think from this point onward, I think we've won. Chat. Mellows. YouTube viewers. I'm not live on Twitch. I don't know why I'm saying that. I think that is a 2-0 for our first Draft League game. He goes for that Tailwind as well, so we do end up matching its Freak finally. Yeah, both got the Tailwind up, meaning we still are in control of the weather. I'll hit well, I think I can just go for a Draco into the Sableye and potentially pick up a KO. But I think on this other slot I want to just switch into Peachy. Because at -2 I don't know if we pick up any KOs anymore. There goes Peachy the Rank Master. It started snowing. Fake Out goes into Bloop. Bloop flanches. Yeah, Hurricane connects into our Peachy. That's fine. Okay. That's not fine. Light screen wears off. I'll go for a Parry Song. We have so many tools. I think we have so many tools to keep surviving. So if we get a Parry Song out now, we just guarantee. I think we cement a victory here. 3 turns is not enough to take out our entire team. Here's the light screen. Especially, I mean, with the Pelipper being the only attacker. We hit ourselves in confusion. Alright, that's fine. Parry Song. Peachy is probably going out. Do we see a weather ball? It wouldn't matter. It would be... Okay, no weather ball. We just see a hurricane. Yeah, weather ball... If we didn't have Cloud9 up... would deal a great deal of damage. Let's just say. Alright, do we... I guess I can... Okay, they FF. I wasn't sure how I wanted to finish it out. We could play out for the Perish, or we could try to Blizzard. Actually, we would have had to probably Blizzard, so it was probably Pro-Tanked and Blizzard, or Switch. But I think I would have gone for the Pro-Tank. This was great. That was our first game, of this draft league. Shoutouts to Trick Ruby, by the way, for sending me the well, Discord link. I asked on Twitter if I can join. Shoutouts to Trick Ruby for hosting this entire draft league. It's very, very, very cool. Yes, I'm happy. I'm happy. GG's. They Amethyst right here. Well played, super well played. I had a great time playing against you. He said, I'm gonna read out some of his comments during the game. He said, okay, no Gambit wasn't what I expected. I didn't bring Gambit. I felt like Gambit was really easy to counter, and I just had better options. I feel like this time around. And I think I played it out really well. The Rune of Grigas caught me off guard. The Trick Room was really annoying the first game. A little difficult to play around. Oh, that crit! I'm so sorry for that crit, but it was so awesome. It felt so good. Sometimes sometimes you are the lucky one. Sometimes you're not. A little German saying that a friend of mine says a lot is a really good one here. Mal ist man der Baum, mal ist man der Hund. Mal ist man der Hund, manchmal ist man halt der Baum, ne? Yeah. GG's. I am very curious about the challenge, but I don't think I'm gonna get it. Amethyst says he prepared for Gengar Perish plus King Gambit Sword Scent and Black Glasses. The Hurricane miss in turn 1 was devastating. Yeah, Hurricane being a 70 accurate move is really, really bad. Yeah, Cloud9 did great work. Hurricane being a 70 accurate move is really tough. The Sage was goated. It was so good. Okay, wait. I have the these spreads. Am I allowed to show these in the recording? Alright, first off, just going over it again. Room is closed, that's completely fine. We got to know W. Let me show you guys what I've got here. Again. Oh, Amethyst is German. I did not know that. Replica teams, share your battle teams. Ignore all these. It's just. Alright, there you go. View details. Here is the team. There are the spreads. They did good work. A lot of 32s, but I felt like I didn't need to do more. Let's see. I am very, very curious about Amethyst spreads. Alright. Here they are. Amethyst played... Okay, yeah, very specially defensive a lot of these months. The Pelipper right here being being very physically bulky. Any physical bulk that's invested is really great for me, because I just didn't go into the physical side at all. Which obviously, I mean, he didn't expect. The Gambit is such a strong Pokemon. You always expect the Gambit. And I'm glad I didn't go with it, because I feel like it is so easy to predict and play around. The bridge right here. Okay, it's 16 HP and 12 special defense plus. All right, let's check this out. All right, so we've got my semi-stage here, and we have, okay, let me look for our Chaludon, just any random spread. Let me put a bunch of zeros in here. All right, and now we have got 12, 16, 12, and it is, let me just put on any plus special defense, nature gentle. Focus blast. This is not, okay, sorry. This is not my spread. I was debating playing a physical semi-stage. I'm glad I did not. This is my spread. Modest. There you go. 61. Wait, is this 61 crit? What do you put on a crit? Make it a crit. How do you make it a crit? How do you make it a crit? I don't know how to make it a crit. Oh, there you go. Focus bonus, crit. The crit mattered. Oh my god. The crit mattered so hard. 52 to 61. What did I calc with originally? I just went for the, like, most standard set here. Chaludon. Faster Man's Trouble. No, I was looking up this set. What's less is like a lot less than my calc, huh? Where did my calc come from earlier? I don't know. Oh, okay, to be fair, this one's 25, 32. If it's 0. Wait, why does it do so little? What was up with my calc earlier? I don't know. I don't know, the crit mattered. But regardless, Focus Blast crit go brrr. Brrr. It would have done great chip regardless. Any chip on our Chaludon is good chip. Well, not any chip, if it has lefties. I don't know. Did it have lefties? Oh, I don't get to find out. Well, okay, so it turns out I don't know what I was talking about with my spread. It seems to do a lot less than I thought. I thought this could go at least to 90 with 0 bulk, but apparently not. Apparently it's 70 to 80, and the crit really didn't matter. Really didn't matter. They played 16, 12, and they play plus special defensive. It's still great damage. Incredible damage, honestly. I was also debating playing Nasty Plot on this, and Nasty Plot would have been insane. Because with Nasty Plot, we definitely get a kill. But I didn't go for it, because I thought, okay, Sage is not going to be like my main attacker. But this crit, oh, it goes crazy. This crit goes crazy. Yeah. Anyway, that's it. That is it for today. Thank you guys very much for watching. I hope to see you guys again next time. I mostly stream on Twitch. Long form content is really not my thing. Long form streams, on the other hand, are really my thing. I did a 23-hour stream the other day for my birthday. It was crazy. It was a good time though. Follow me on Twitch. Thank you guys very much for watching. I will see you guys again next game. See ya.